to the KM World Magazine webcast series. My name's Andy Moore. I'm publisher of KM World Magazine, and I'll be your host and your moderator today. Today's presentation is part of an ongoing series, as most of you know. Please join us for these events. They're usually on Tuesdays at this time, but we'll sometimes throw you a curve. So please check our website or your email for any updates in the series, the schedule rather, of this series of educational live interactive web events. I'm really pleased to welcome all of you to today's installment, which I'm really interested in personally, which is called Open Source for Enterprise Search, Breaking Down the Barriers to Information. I want to thank Lucid Imagination for making this KM World web event possible today. As we all know by now, business and government are using enterprise search to lower the barriers to information for search, retrieval, analysis, and exploration. But now open source solutions are becoming available. These lower the barriers to search, accelerating time to value from rapidly growing, diversifying organizational document and data resources like nobody's business. We're going to hear a lot about open source today, and I assume that's why many of you are dialed in. Today we're very fortunate to hear from some real-world practitioners, the ones who have actual hands-on experience, and as a result, deep insights on where open source search can make a difference for your organization, what the critical success factors are, and the lessons they've learned using search to drive new business models. Today we'll learn how business and government can use search to lower the barriers to unified information access, and how open source can lower the barriers to search. Today we'll hear from a few speakers. We have, first off, Susan Tillman. Sue is a Research Vice President for the Search and Discovery Technologies Department at IDC. We've got Ranga Muvavarawa. He's Director of Product Planning at Comcast Interactive Media, and from here forth I think I'll refer to him as Ranga only so I don't mangle his name any further. And we'll also hear from Tom Morton. Tom is the search architect at Comcast Interactive Media also, and he's also a co-author of an upcoming book that I'm looking forward to reading called Taming Text. We're also fortunate to have Lucid's CTO, Chief Technology Officer, Mark Krellenstein, here on the line. He'll be joining us during the Q&A session to help with any questions that come from the audience. Here are some program notes first. As I just said, there is a Q&A session after the presentations. You can ask your questions anytime during the event by entering that question into the text box on your screen and hitting submit. What I'll do is read the questions to the speakers aloud during the Q&A session. If yours doesn't get asked during the event, though, never fear. We will get you an answer offline after the event. I also want to point out that if you stay on the screen, the console, at the end of the event, you will be taken to a location where you can download the PDF slides for this screen, if you so desire. I mean, for this presentation, if you so desire. So hang on at the end. I'll give you some more information about that. And as we often do, we're going to be posting a few poll questions. These are real-time queries of today's audience. They'll pop up on your screen. We'll talk about the results with the speakers, and we'll all look at the results together. In fact, before we get started, why don't we start with the first poll ring question, which is going to pop up on your screen momentarily. There it is. Here's the question for you. What are your top 2 requirements for selecting a new search platform? And this is a select 2 option. Size of document collection that you have, your overall performance and throughput needs, whether it's reliable support, whether it's predefined integration with business processes that already exist, whether it's results relevance, the relevance of the results you get from the search engine, or a search application development flexibility. Please pick 2. Think about that while I introduce Sue. Sue, besides being an old friend of ours and a frequent contributor to these webinars, directs IDC's Content Technologies Group and specializes in research on search and discovery software and the digital marketplace technologies and dynamics. The Content Technologies Group tracks and analyzes software that manages, organizes, maintains, archives, distributes, and creates access to unstructured information in any format. There is some new research on the digital marketplace and its requirements for technology infrastructure, which was added to Sue's area in 2006, and that includes market research on search engines, text analytics, unified access to information, categorization, and other information retrieval technology.